Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're unpacking the ongoing saga of Dan from escape to rural France and his infamous leaking roof. If you're a Chateau YouTube fan, you've probably followed Dan's journey from a charming gardener to a full-blown renovator, and this roof has practically become its own character in his story. From emergency patch jobs to expensive fixes, this is a deep dive into what's really going on above Dan's head, literally. Segment 1. Who is Dan from escape to rural France? Before we climb up onto that leaky roof, let's talk about who Dan is and why this story resonates with so many viewers. Dan began his YouTube journey as the gardener for Château de Lalande, a picturesque but crumbling estate in the French countryside. Fans loved his dry humor, straightforward work ethic, and ability to take on big projects with a no-nonsense attitude. Eventually, Dan branched out on his own, starting Escape to Rural France, where he chronicles life as a British expat raising 2 kids, restoring a rustic home, and navigating the joys and frustrations of rural living. But the defining element of his new home? That problematic, centuries-old roof. Segment 2. The roof's first appearance. Dan's roof first became a hot topic when he introduced viewers to his stone farmhouse. It was charming, yes, but viewers immediately noticed signs of age, sagging beams, missing tiles, and clear water damage. In early videos, Dan openly admitted that the roof would be one of the most expensive and time-consuming parts of the renovation, but at the time, he seemed optimistic. Fans were hooked. We love a good underdog story. And Dan tackling a massive restoration project single-handedly was exactly the kind of content Chateau YouTube thrives on. Segment 3. First leaks and temporary fixes. As work on other parts of the house progressed, the roof started causing problems. Heavy French rain revealed leaks in multiple areas, leading to scenes of Dan rushing around with buckets and tarps. In classic Dan style, he made these setbacks funny, sharing clips of him balancing precariously on rafters and explaining why old French roofs are so tricky to repair. For many viewers, this is where Dan really shone. He wasn't afraid to show the ugly side of renovation, and fans praised him for being honest about the costs and challenges. Segment 4. Roof repairs begin. Eventually, Dan decided to stop patching and start a full repair. He tore into the roof himself, documenting every stage, from removing ancient tiles to reinforcing beams. This was no quick DIY project. It became a massive undertaking that revealed even more structural damage than expected. It's a storyline that mirrors many Chateau channels. Small projects spiral into full-blown restorations, and viewers love every minute of it. Dan's hands-on approach set him apart from other Chateau YouTubers. While many hire contractors, Dan climbed up there himself, braving the elements and proving that this wasn't just a content stunt. He genuinely wanted to save his house. Segment 5. The community reaction. As the leaks persisted, viewers flooded the comments with advice, sympathy, and even donations. Dan's transparency about costs, setbacks, and time made him relatable. Fans praised him for refusing to sugarcoat things, which set him apart from channels that portray Chateau life as all glamour and champagne. In fact, the roof saga became a symbol of what fans love about Escape to Rural France. It's real. There are no staged shots of perfect interiors, just a man, a dream, and a lot of hard work. Segment 6. The financial side. Let's talk money. Roof repairs on centuries-old French properties can easily run into tens of thousands of euros. Dan openly discussed how costly this part of the renovation would be, even admitting that YouTube ad revenue and viewer support were helping to make it possible. This level of honesty endeared him to fans, who appreciated his willingness to talk numbers. The financial reality also sparked conversation in the Chateau community about how creators balance content creation with real-life restoration costs. Dan's story highlighted that this lifestyle isn't all rosy. Sometimes it's buckets catching rainwater while you wait for a paycheck. Segment 7. Comparisons to other Chateau channels. Dan's leaky roof drama also sparked comparisons to Stephanie Jarvis' Chateau Diaries. While Stephanie's channel is known for its polished storytelling and glamorous parties, Dan offers a grittier view of renovation life. Together, they represent two sides of Chateau YouTube, the dream and the reality. Many viewers watch both, enjoying the escapism of one and the authenticity of the other. Segment 8, The Turning Point. After months of work, Dan made significant progress. He replaced beams, relaid tiles, and finally began sealing up leaks. Videos of the big reveal where the roof was finally watertight were met with celebration in the comments. Fans who had followed the drama from the beginning felt a sense of accomplishment right alongside him. This turning point cemented Dan's reputation as one of the hardest-working Chateau YouTubers. His willingness to take risks, learn on the job, and share both triumphs and failures made him a fan favorite. Segment 9, Lessons Learned. Dan often reflects on how much he's learned through this process, from historical building techniques to budgeting for massive renovations. His story is a valuable resource for anyone dreaming of restoring an old property. He proves it's possible, but not without grit, patience, and humor. Segment 10, Why this story resonates. So why does Dan's leaky roof saga have such a hold on viewers? Because it's real. Unlike polished reality TV shows, Dan's content shows the setbacks, exhaustion, and persistence behind restoring history. Viewers see themselves in his struggle. They may not own a chateau, but they know what it's like to face overwhelming odds and push through. In a world of carefully curated influencer content, Dan's authenticity is refreshing. He reminds us that dreams are worth chasing, even if it means a few sleepless nights listening to water drip into a bucket. Segment 11, Where things stand now. As of today, Dan's roof is largely repaired, but like any old home, the work is never truly done. He's moved on to other parts of the house, but fans continue to ask about the roof because it's become part of the channel's identity. Conclusion. Dan's roof journey is more than just a renovation project, it's a metaphor for his entire YouTube brand. It's messy, authentic, and endlessly inspiring. Viewers tune in not just to see a house get fixed but to watch someone chase their dream, one tile at a time. If you're new to Escape to rural France, this saga is the perfect place to start. And if you've been watching since the beginning, this is your reminder that you were part of something special, a community that supported a creator through one of his toughest challenges. So, here's to Dan, his roof, and every viewer who has ever cheered him on. Because in Chateau YouTube, even a leaky roof can become a legend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow Chateau fans. We also are now selling Chateau Walls merch. You can get one of our mugs, sweatshirts, or shirts. Be sure to check out the links for these that are in the description below. Supporting our products supports our mission of talking about chateaus. Comment below, what's your favorite Dan moment? And do you think Chateau life is worth the struggle?